President Obama is putting the brakes on the process of releasing photos like these from the Abu Ghraib prison 5 years ago, depicting alleged abuse of terror suspects by American personnel. This reverses an earlier position, which we told you Tuesday has raised concerns about possible retaliation against U.S. forces. National correspondent Catherine Harridge has today's developments.
The president justified his dramatic reversal to now fight the photo release by making the national security argument.
The publication of these photos would not add any additional benefit to our understanding of what was carried out in the past by a small number of individuals. In fact, the most direct consequence of releasing them, I believe, would be to further inflame anti-American opinion and to put our troops in greater danger.
According to administration sources, the president met with his legal team last week to tell them he did not feel comfortable with the release of the photos. Whether they're as graphic as those from Abu Ghraib remains an open question, but a senior U.S. official tells Fox hundreds are involved, among them a core group of 44 that are considered the most offensive. The president claimed that releasing the photos of alleged detainee abuse in Iraq and Afghanistan could lead to problems down the road.
I fear the publication of these photos may only have a chilling effect on future investigations of detainee abuse.
Last month, the administration had no problem with the release of these so-called torture memos, which outline the CIA's enhanced interrogation program. And now photos of alleged abuse are off limits. At the White House briefing, reporters questioned whether there was an apparent contradiction.
The president, I don't think, believed that the release of the memos had an analogous impact to what these photos would have.
Senators Joe Lieberman and Lindsey Graham, who wrote to the president last week urging him to block the release, said the White House is now putting the well-being of troops before politics.
Those who are arguing for the release of the photographs simply on the basis of transparency don't make a compelling case, because this transparency does no good.
Changing one's mind is a strength, not a weakness, if you do it for all the right reasons. And I think he did it for all the right reasons.
The backlash from the ACLU, which sued for the photos to be public, was immediate.
Certainly, the decision by the Obama administration to block release of these photographs makes it complicit not only in the Bush administration's torture policies, but also in the crimes that are the photographs.
And the president's newly adopted national security argument didn't wash either.
The government had a significant amount of time to make all of the national security arguments it wanted to, and it did.
The timing of today's announcement is interesting, aside from the fact that the administration was under pressure to act before the court-mandated deadline of May 28th. In early June, the president is expected to make a major speech to the Muslim world in Egypt. The conventional thinking is that releasing photos of alleged abuse would clearly inflame the Arab street, in this case on the eve of a very significant presidential speech and visit. Brett.
On this from the beginning, Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.